Okay, here we go. TaToH against Viper. Big set here, and we're starting off on Koala. And this is a deformed Koala. This Koala has seen some shit. When is Red Bull 6? Don't remember the exact dates. You'll have to check up. I think it's in like October or something. Okay. Viper playing as Saracens, TaToH playing as Burgundians. So Viper probably wants to put on early pressure, grab these relics in here. TaToH probably wants to boom up a little bit more, get the eco upgrades, and then grab the relics. Burgundian relics are really, really nice, but the Saracens with their market can be very deadly here because things can snowball out of control. They have a good monk tech tree. They can afford the siege, just sell stuff for gold. Their archers get through the walls a little bit faster as well. So Saracens have a lot of options. The problem for Saracens come in the later stages of the game when your initial army mass isn't working and you need to tech switch into something else. It takes a very long time. Do you know where MBL is? Haven't streamed in a week now. He's on vacation, dude. He's on his, you can check. If you're wondering where pro players are, if they're AWOL, a lot of them are posting on Twitter about stuff or on their Discords or whatever. Why is Persians not played anymore? Because they're underwhelming. I think it's because there's just too many civs that are better at what they used to be good at doing. Persians were really popular when DE first came out because they had the Dark Age production bonus, which meant you were a villager ahead and your feudal age timing was faster. But now we have, that was taken away from them. And now we have a situation where civs like Burgundians are better than Persians because of their economy, right? Civs like Gujaras are better than Persians because of their economy. Hell, even Dravidians getting the free wood, it's because of their economy. And as soon as you add 3 or 4 civs that might have a slightly better eco bonus, Persians start to fall off. Persians are the best team game civ? Nah. No. They're not a bad pocket civ. The TC production and whatnot, but saying they're the best is a big stretch. Live? No, these are Rex, but I'm casting them live. Is Viper stealing a deer across the map? He was trying to. He was trying to push TaToH's deer back. Just being a little bit annoying, and now he's going for the full walls here. He's going to wall in his base, so probably wall in over here to protect the stone as well, or does he try to wall in here? I don't know. TaToH is playing open at the moment, and TaToH just finishing pushing in the deer. His relics are actually quite close to him, same with Vipers. Both have forward berries, though. That's something that's very standard on this map, the forward berries, so you can pressure your opponent early if you want to, even if they wall up. At my level, War Elephant equals GG in team game. Well, to be fair, usually if someone has the eco to go into War Elephants, regardless of the level, it's usually GG. If they've got 145 vills with like 80 farms and enough gold to spam War Elephants from 6 castles, there ain't nothing that's going to be stopping that. Are we still hating Flemish? Well, I haven't seen Flemish work in a while. All the times recently I've seen Flemish come in, it's lost. Well, it hasn't lost them the game. They've already been in a losing position, but the players have lost. Didn't Nikov win one recently? Maybe. I can't remember. Isn't it better to finish one animal at a time? Optimally, yes, but if you think about your scout usage and your micro usage, sometimes it's just better to get the food under the TC immediately because there's bigger and better things you need to be doing with your time. So you'll lose out on the, you know, couple food that is going to decay. And right here, TaToH went for double turkey because he was on the boar. And if he had tossed all his villagers on one turkey, they probably wouldn't have been able to fit around. And they probably would have been bumped up against each other onto another turkey and killed it anyway. So it's just better to go double. Why are Byzantines picked more often than before? Anything changed with the Civ? No, I think people are just gaining a little bit more respect for Byzantines again. They're realizing how good they actually are, especially with so many civs. As we see a barracks forward from TaToH. So he's going to put the pressure on Viper. We see so many civs now. Byzantines still retain their role as the best counter civ in the game. This is my theory anyway. So having Byzantines in your draft is really, really strong. Really, really strong. Because if in doubt, let's say none of your other civs work against the civ that your opponent has drafted and is really strong on the map, odds are the Byzantines are gonna do fine. As Viper goes for a stable, and he's gonna see the archer. No, he's not. He doesn't see that yet from TaToH. Does TaToH see the stable from Viper? No, he doesn't. Spearman out already, and Viper goes for a tower. Viper is gonna struggle a little bit here. He's going for the Saracen Scout Rush. Not something you see all that often. Usually you see them going into archers, and look, like, this is just classic Viper here, right? Classic Viper. He goes to the stable here. He sees spearmen. He sees villagers. He sees fucking skirmishers, and he's like, oh, I'll just finish that later. It's fine. We don't need that right now. I mean, maybe the turkey needs to come back, though. I don't know if the turkey's going to help you out in this situation. Viper engages with villagers. It's a full-on Vill war. Not what you would expect, Viper versus TaToH. And the scouts from Viper are still running around. TaToH's trying to get some good hits with the spearman. He got a couple in there. And a villager down from each. Scout is really weak from TaToH. Viper's going to be looking to pick that off. 2 villagers weak in total, 1 from each player. And the scouts from Viper are still looping around, still running away from those spearmen there as he goes for a market. Markets are cheaper with Saracens. You want one at all times with this civ. That is your eco bonus. And now Viper's going to run away with these vills. Although this villager is at risk of going down, he should probably save her, and he's probably going to save the rest of them. Managed to pick off the scout from TaToH too, which is actually quite nice. TaToH will not attack this because he knows Viper can just delete, and Viper sends more vills. He still doesn't delete. Amazing. And he's going to escape with the weak one. And he's probably going to escape with this. No, he dies. Still the scouts running around, and TaToH has to respect the scouts, and TaToH is doing a fantastic job with the spearman, staying in front of his villagers. He tried to quick wall in that vill. That didn't work, and both players now with 2 villagers lost throughout that entire crazy engagement. Surely Viper kills this now. He just killed another vill from TaToH with the TC. Surely Viper deletes this. Okay, there it is. Crazy level of micro from both. Idle TC time, 7 seconds for Viper, 59 seconds for TaToH. So you can see how stressful that was for TaToH. Viper, that was just another day. Another day in paradise here on Koala. Viper now buying food. He can do that with Saracens. He's getting his farms down. Both players with the farm upgrade. Looks like TaToH's already gone ahead and gotten that second wood upgrade as Viper comes forward with the scouts. Viper not really at risk now. He's just going to fall back from those berries. He'll leave this tower here, and he'll go out to stone here for potential more towers in case TaToH loops around the back, which he might think about doing. Now Viper attacks the wall far away from TaToH's TC. Forces the villager to come out here. You have nothing better to do with the scouts. Make sure you attack the walls that are far away from your opponent's eco, just so they have to walk all the way out there. And there's a chance you might get in. Viper's mistakes are always strategic. Oh, I see you came from YouTube. Or Reddit. I see. Welcome. Market now for TaToH. He's going to be up at a competitive time. I think keeping TC working is a bit overrated. It's a bit, Leorio. It's a bit. But you see that 1 minute? That's 2 villagers right there. Advantage that Viper has. 2 vills. That's big. Really big. So imagine those 2 vills were created. Let's put it like this. Those 2 vills were created theoretically 2 minutes ago, or could have been. That's 2 minutes worth of resource gathering from 2 villagers. How much is that in raw resources gathered? And how much is it going to be over time? I think it is overrated to only look at that for sure, as TaToH loses another villager. Great pick there from Viper. So, like, you're saving the initial investment, right? You're saving that 100 food, and you're saving, more importantly probably, is your attention. And your ability to micro at the front. So it's benefiting you immediately, but the long-term payoff is definitely not good. So it's like, I get where you're coming from, and I agree with you in certain circumstances. Please don't open this gate. Okay, TaToH locked the gate wisely. But it's like, it's such a difficult calculation, right? It's hard to say one way or the other. It's really hard to say. I don't know if you're right. I don't know if the argument I just made is right. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, who's going to say who's right or wrong, right?
Berbers. It's not immediately obvious if the game is consistent in treating them like
this guy?
Which bonus
does he not have the intro music anymore? Oh my god, dude, he doesn't have the intro music anymore. I was going to play the song. He doesn't have the intro music? Falling off, dude. He's fucking falling off. Look at that save from Viper. Disgusting. Saves the villagers. Trying to come forward here for the early Saracen pressure. I thought that was on my laptop. Yeah, I just debated everyone. Oh, he's going to save it again. Just slowly. One quick wall at a time. You work your way forward. Viper's got too much of an ego to send this villager back, all right? He's got too much of an ego, and he's going to get the monks in here. He's going to garrison that monk in the tower. Oh, you should... Dude, he saves the monk. Of course he does. He's got too much of an ego to send another villager. He has it with the Slavs video. Well, the joke is done. It's too late now. It was going to be like, who can say which is better? And then I was just going to play the Spirit of the Law opening music, but he's a sellout now. He doesn't have it anymore. Look at Viper's coming forward with the villager again. Oh my god. Still denying TaToH off these relics, by the way. TaToH needs to push out and get those. He's going to come out with the monk, and Viper's going to ignore this. He knows the monk is there somewhere. And look, the scouts just go right around, and the monk is dead. The monkey is dead. And he's going to lose this one too. Oh no, TaToH. He saves it. Big. But Viper is waiting here. He's waiting for the great relic heist of 2022. Did you and Tristan try to approach Spirit of the Law to co-cast? Tristan's had him co-casting before. He's had him on the stream before. Hera had him on? No, I think Hera was on one of his videos, right? I think that was the case. Viper's such a pain. Yep. That's exactly it. TaToH's forward failed. And Viper's going to snag all 6 of the relics. Now, TaToH had earlier eco upgrades, and TaToH's going into a castle here into Castilier, but Viper's going to already have tons of monks on the field and camels. TaToH's dead. 4th relic forward. Yeah, I think TaToH tried to escape with these. Or maybe... No, is Viper dropping them off here, grabbing them there, and then bringing them back to the monastery again? Just to make sure they're safe? Such a pain in the ass, dude. This guy. He's such a pain. Damn. I think both of those happened though. Yeah, I think TaToH did try and steal that because there was only 2 relics in Viper's monastery at one point. And then Viper was transporting these back bit by bit because he was afraid of getting the monks sniped. Wants to deny them from TaToH 100%. I'm surprised more players don't do this. It's a really strong approach to forward relics. Just to 100% deny them from your opponent. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Exocep, for taking care of Zipla. Thank you. And now Viper is going into more stables here, and he's going into light cav. Interesting. You saw how many monks were on the field from TaToH. TaToH is... I think TaToH needs to come forward with a castle. I don't think he can win this with a defensive castle. I think he needs to come forward, and that's why he's got so many monks. And here come the villagers. Here come the boys and girls. Gonna put it right up here. And Viper, will he have enough to defend against this? Will he have enough? He's queuing up Light Cav. He's got Mangonels. Light Cav take care of the monks. Mangonels deal with the villagers. Viper gets a Light Cav for a conversion. And oh no, this is gonna be so difficult for TaToH to complete this. But Viper's just letting him have it. Okay. Could have come in there with the Light Cav, snipe the monks, and then I think engage against the villagers, but he's just going to let him have it. He feels like he can't take that fight. And never mind. He's going for a castle of his own now, and he can buy his way up. The relics, by the way, are in this monastery. Do you really think relics make a difference on this? Oh, huge difference. Massive difference. Massive difference on this map. That is just passive gold income that you invest once to get, and you never have to worry about again. Can the castle shoot the monastery without murder holes? No, it can't, but TaToH's going for a ram to take out that monastery. However, there is a castle here from Viper, so grabbing those relics are going to be a different issue. Actually, no. He can get the monks, pop them out on this side, grab the relic, and then pop in his castle if he's fast enough. Viper's on the way to imp though, so he's gonna go for Trebs. Use that Saracen market, got up to Imperial Age. He's gonna take the forward castle down from TaToH. Love to look at the HP on this monastery. Okay, it's at 1200, and the relics are gonna pop out shortly. Let's take a look quickly at the relic income once these relics pop out. Already 1100 gold gotten from those relics. And he had those in there for a very small amount of time. And here come the monks. Garrison? No, TaToH, Garrison! No, what are you doing? TaToH, what are you doing? Can you garrison with a relic? Yes. You can't garrison with the relics, I guess? Pretty sure you can. I haven't tried it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure you can. See, it's so divided here. You can't, you can, you can't, you can, you can't, you can. This is another one of those things where I'm 99% certain you can, but I'm going to keep my mind open. Because I know you guys will roast me to a crisp if I'm wrong. Yucatan. Thank you, Belgium. You're really adding to this conversation, bro. Thank you. Thank you for that. And look at all these relics. We've only got one in here from TaToH. You just have to believe. Yep. And Viper has so much army back here. He's like waiting for the overchop from TaToH. He's going to go for Trebs now. He's going to go for chemistry. He can go for bombard cannons eventually. Let's take a look at the ecos. I mean, 61 vills for TaToH, 84 for Viper. TaToH does have the farm upgrade advantage over him, but TaToH just calls the GG. He knows it's over. Tried for the early push. Tried for the forward castle. Viper, though, able to defend with a castle of his own, able to buy his way up to Imperial Age. And he just wins. And that was a pretty convincing win from him. Good response to the forward. Didn't panic. Sent the villagers out. Got it dealt with. And the KD, I mean, is fairly convincing as well. Eco, much better. Oh my god, look at that economy advantage. Holy. Yep. On to the next game, I suppose. Are we going to have another 3-0? Yikes. And Saracens was Viper's last pick. TaToH was the higher seed here? Really? Yeah. Did you watch Nilly versus Madri? I did. I cast the whole thing. Okay, we don't have the rec yet for game 2. I'm going to take a short break here, okay? Be right back. Okay, we're back. I added the redemptions exercep, so both of them are on there. We lost Ducky. We lost it. We lost Ducky. How did you take it when Taylor Hawkins died? You'll have to forgive me, dude. I don't know who the fuck Taylor Hawkins is. Was he in Cream? The only person I know from Cream was Eric Clapton, I think. Okay. Viper against TaToH, game number 2, and Ring of Reeds. Oh, man, I love this map. I love this map. He was Foo Fighters' drummer? Oh, well. Dude, I don't know, like... I don't know band members' names. I couldn't care less about most band members' names. Music trivia does not interest me whatsoever. Music interests me a lot. The sound interests me a lot. Trivia, who the people are, like when they made their shit, I don't care. How did you take it when Princess Diana died? Oh, it was really tough for me, dude. It was really tough. You know, I was like an infant. I was trying hard to understand what was happening. When did she die? I don't even know. Gamba's up. You heard it here first, guys. Gamba's up. And TaToH has gone for Khmer here. Viper has gone for Britons. I would favor Britons, but I want to see what the Khmer are looking to do. Because with Khmer, you have tons of options. And dude, this deer, I'm getting secondhand triggered by this deer. I swear to God, I'm getting secondhand triggered. I just like, listen, just delete a wall at this point, Viper. Delete a thing of a wall. Okay? Because, listen, dude, thank you. Bro, did you see how many times that deer went back and forth? Did you see that? God, I can't. And look, TaToH's going to find Viper sheep because he couldn't push in the deer. And TaToH's going to take his sheep there. And he already took the other sheep too. That deer literally trolled Viper out of 4 sheep. And he's playing as Britons, bro. Like, he needs that. Okay? He wants those sheep. That deer was griefing Viper. 100%. May have cost him the game. It legitimately may have. She died in 1996. Oh, I was 6 years old then. $1997? Well, I would have been 7. Viper kind of trolled himself, though. Viper was probably getting as tilted as I was about that deer, because it should have gone through the gate. He had the gate open with the sheep. It should have gone through the gate, but for some reason, you guys know, deer in this game, they just do not like some things. Houses, gates. 1998, how old were you? I don't know. Quiz in the chat. How old do you think I was? Amazing how Viper can play this while streaming Warcraft 3 at the same time. Is he doing another stream with Grubby? I really enjoy those. I can't really watch the Warcraft 3 stuff though. The Age of Empires 2 stuff is good. I don't understand what's going on with Warcraft 3. It's a little too close, you know? I don't like the RTSs where it's like you're controlling like one unit at a time. I don't know. Has NovaAoE confirmed yet whether he's in Heidelberg for Red Bull? No, I have not. Okay, TaToH's sending out a villain. Viper needs to back up. Viper needs to back up. And TaToH is equal HP. And now TaToH is going to push in that deer just fine. And Viper's going to be like, what the hell, man? Actually, no. Deer is kind of trolling him. Okay, gets on this side. It's going to be fine. Deer's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Big push. I like this map a lot. I like it too. Now Viper pushing in this deer too. Viper's having some food issues because he didn't have those sheep. He got lamed off 4 sheep, and you can see them coming back now for TaToH. He does have the shorefish at the back and the boar in the center, but it kind of messes up your build, right? You didn't get that deer in fast enough. You're denied 4 sheep. It's 400 food, so you have to make up with that by adding extra villagers if you want to go up quickly, it's going to be a struggle. And it looks like Viper wants to go up quickly. It doesn't look like he's playing for an FC build here. TaToH had arena match versus Madri a few days ago. He returned the sheep. Well, ladder match is completely different from tournament. You don't return the sheep on a tournament match. Okay, Shire, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Does anyone else?
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax.
I used to be a Warcraft 3 guy, but Reforged literally the reason I started AoE 2. Oh, I heard Reforged was bad, dude. I heard it was really bad. Loving your username too. If you hadn't typed that sentence so succinctly, I would have imagined you were a bot. You're blending in with them. Are you infiltrating the Twitch bot culture so you can take them down? That's what it feels like right now. Twitch bot culture. I should say that again. He's the Terminator. Oh, maybe they're learning. Uh-oh. Are you considering taking your old job back? No. That's not how jobs work. You can't just say, hey, I want it back. So 22 pop up from to Castle Age from TaToH is impressive. Only with Khmer can you pull that off. And TaToH's actually coming forward with villagers. Is this for more fish? Or is this for... Oh, I think this is like siege. No, stable. Interesting. Okay. He's going to build the stable along the way, and he'll likely send the villagers this way. Why no Bohemians? Good question. This strikes me... So the way this is unfolding right now strikes me as a classic TaToH game. So TaToH, because he's against someone that he feels like he doesn't match up very well against, the Viper, he's going to go for a strategy that's about out there. It has a chance of winning, but it doesn't... I don't really think it improves his winning percentage. I think he's just letting Viper get into his head a little bit too much. Because if Viper plays this standard with Britons, and he's actually gone for scouts here to try and secure the outside of his map. If he plays this standard with Britons, he should have the advantage still over Khmer. And he's going to have scouts over here waiting to hit the fishing eco from TaToH. Viper is still a ways away from Castle Age. And TaToH is going for a Siege Workshop in the middle here. Scout is on the field, though. So Siege Workshop, going to be tough to send like a solo Scorpion out here. The Scout can kill that. He's going to have to be careful. There are fish in the path. Yep, there's fish all the way around on the outside. It's a very interesting map. These reeds only have 50 wood on them. Your golds and stones are forward here. A lot of food in the middle and then a lot of food on the outside. So you really got to like weigh the risk reward out of both coming to the middle and coming to the outside. Viper's going to have the scouts here, but the knights are there from TaToH. No upgrades on those yet. He goes for a mangonel first. Once again, difficult for TaToH, right? Pops the mangonel out here. If Viper misses the first or dodges the first shots, he can prevent this mangonel from doing any damage in the middle. One knight and a scout from TaToH, but Viper can defend with spearmen, and Viper's just going to slowly make his way up to feudal age. Or sorry, castle age. Knight is here, though. That's going to take care of this scout. Viper doesn't know where the knight is, so... Or whether there's another knight on the way, so he doesn't engage against those vills. He's looking for more vills from TaToH over on this side. What can Britons do against Scorps? You can make a castle. You can make a siege workshop. You can make towers. Viper goes for double tower defense. Interesting. It's going to buy him enough time to get up to Castle Age, at least. And chased away by another knight. So far, it's working for TaToH. Viper has the better economy, but he still has to go up to Castle H. It looks like he's judged the timing perfectly. He's going to have the towers up, and TaToH's going to need to retreat from this. Viper's still without enough gold or food to go up, though. And he doesn't have a market either. Damn, this uptime from TaToH is crazy, and Viper really stalled out the Castle Age up with his Feudal Age play. So it's kind of like he gets punished for going scouts here as Britons. Scouts couldn't really do any damage. He was trying to catch TaToH out on the backside. Needs to go up. Needs to go up. So he can't kill this stuff with the scouts, but what he can do is distract TaToH and force some delay from him. Just needs enough delay to go up to Castle Age. It's a good push from TaToH, though. 4 Scorpions, 2 Mangonels, 3 Knights. Really, really tough for Viper to stop in Feudal Age. 7 Spearmen, 3 Scouts only. He's adding another stable. I think this is what he needs to do. He needs to keep up the military production. Try and keep his TC alive until Castle Age. Then maybe he can make something happen. Monks even being added in, or thinking about being added in here from TaToH. Going for the food on the center now. That's a way safer option than the outside, especially with those scouts around. Viper seems kind of dead now. Yeah, TaToH. Still pressuring the TC. TaToH doesn't have wheelbarrow. It doesn't have the farm upgrade. It doesn't need the farm upgrade because it's taking fish from the center and the outside. Viper's still ahead on villagers. If Viper clears up this pressure, TaToH's in a lot of trouble. But at the moment, it doesn't look like he can. I think Viper adds scouts and then goes light cav immediately upon reaching Castle Age and then tries to dive, maybe? I don't know. Super tough. He's not even going to have the wood for a siege workshop. He's barely going to have enough wood to repair the TC. Dude, this is a crazy amount of pressure from TaToH. We can blame the deer. Blame the deer. The deer griefed Viper. The deer 100% griefed Viper. And he continues repairing this. He's getting light cav right away, just like I thought. Probably needs some more light cav as well. And there's just so many Scorpions now. There's 5 Scorpions. We got 3 Knights. We got the Monks healing behind. Double Mangonel to continue pressuring the TC. And Viper abandons this position. He abandons the TC. Abandons all of the farms here. If I'm TaToH, I actually come forward with the Vill and lame all of these. But Viper just calls the GG. What a strat here from TaToH. What a strat. I think there was a lot of factors there working in his favor, but a great execution. So I think, honestly, this strat isn't unbeatable. If Viper gets those 4 sheep, he has a much better uptime. Also, if Viper doesn't go scouts and plays Britons a little bit more standard than he did, I think he has a much better uptime and he can contest this a lot easier. But a lot of things went wrong for him in the early game, and boy, did TaToH ever punish. Can you show the deer grief? Was like the whole beginning of the game. So it started. Okay, we're going to start with the push. Okay, we're going to go on fast forward. Cue the clown music. That's right. Do you think TaToH's strat was based on the fact he got the sheep? No. You wouldn't pick Khmer here unless you're planning to do something like that. This was definitely a prepared strategy, and it worked. It definitely worked. Viper got super punished. And Viper, I think if he were to play that again, he wouldn't go for scouts, like I said, if he knew that strategy was coming. Maybe he did know the strat was coming. He was attempting to punish TaToH's villagers on the outside. He just never got the chance. Are you following the Kasva AoE 4 drama? It doesn't... It's just... Doesn't even really look like that much drama to me. I mean, Beastie got mad at him for laming some fish, and Beastie gets mad at more than enough people. And Casva got mad at the fact that Beastie was mad, so not really anything new over there.
Sad I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
It's not really that much drama. I mean, who was mad? Beastie was mad at Casva for deleting fish with walls. Casva was mad at Beastie for shit talking him. And that's where they are. How's Casva doing in AoE 4? I think he punched his ticket to Red Bull, right? I think he did punch his ticket there. So much drama on Age these days. Oh, no. There is no drama in Age of Empires these days. That's why everyone's so starved for these topics. Because there's no drama anymore. There used to be so much more drama when everyone knew each other. And like people were far less civilized on what they type online. Oh, there used to be so much drama, dude. That's all people had to do. Was read drama. I miss those good old days. Yep. You look back at your old... Oh, man. One day I'm going to go through all my old Voobly forum posts. Oh, God. It's going to be so cringe. I'm not doing it on stream. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'll do it privately. All right, so we got Quebrada de Cafeat here. And Viper has actually gone for Mayans. Interesting. We don't usually see Meso civs on this map because it's usually scout dominated or mobility dominated. We can see TaToH going for the Huns. So he's thinking about that. And Viper's like, you lame my sheep? I llama you too. Mm-hmm. That's right. Do it and I'll gift you a sub for every cringe. You don't have enough money. I would get canceled, dude. I would get canceled. There was like anyone who's been around on the internet long enough, you know that there was different standards back then. We have learned over time not to say certain things, right? But there was common usage back in the day. That everyone, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. There were some terms that everyone used. I don't care what high horse you can sit on because you're using a different account than what you used previously. Or you can pretend. Anyone over the age of like 25, yeah, that was active on an internet forum would get canceled 100%. 100%. Can we get some examples of those words? Nice try, bucko. You're just making us more curious? Well, you shouldn't be. You should know what I'm talking about. Okay. Viper. Going out for another boar. There are 3 boars on this map, by the way. A lot of players take this third boar once they're on the way up to Feudal Age or even in Feudal Age. Who will get the second slot if TaToH loses? Good question. Don't know. Probably TaToH because he's already won a game right now. Maybe he just needed 1 win. Who knows? You ever played a game or other browser game where guilds required forum activity from you? No, but it was kind of the same thing with Age of Empires. If you were in a clan and you weren't active, especially if it was a really active clan, they would like kick you sometimes for not being active. But those are the clans that you don't get invited to, right? Those are the clans that you apply to. And then they accept you, and they have like hundreds of members. Once you get good enough, then you get invited to clans. And then they don't want to kick you. I remember clans, like when a player became like a free agent, clans used to fight over who was going to get that player. At least in custom scenario.
Fuck you, Riley. I made your mom so wet, Trudeau
deployed a 24-hour infantry unit to stack sandbags around my bed.
Custom scenario clan specialist role. Hey man, the clans in custom scenario took it a lot more serious than the clans in RM. That's for sure. From what I've seen, anyway. It was serious business. Clan loyalty was everything. But that makes sense because we're all like all custom scenario players are brain damaged in some way or another, right? All right, so 22 population here for Viper uptime, 21 population for TaToH. The only difference is basically the extra villager that the Mayans received at the beginning. Clanning is weird. Clans were so much fun, man. When I was like preteens, teenager, you know, when I first started playing online, it made you feel like you had this friend group and you belong somewhere, and it was like having a group of friends at school, you know? It's the same thing. It's great. Gave you a lot of confidence, you know? Meant more when you were like 12, 13. Oh yeah, big time. Meant more when you were in middle school, high school, for sure. Preteens Dave, just imagine. Oh, dude. I was the coolest kid in school. Sunglasses indoors. That's right. I bet Dave was adorable. Nah. I did have a lot of hair. Can't believe, Jordan. You know what the problem with you, Jordan, is that you're too nice, and every time you try to be mean, it just comes off as funny, and I just start laughing at you. It's horrible. I know, it's horrible. I should respect your efforts, but it's like, if anything's cute, it's Jordan trying to be mean. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I really am. I want to respect you trying to be mean. I do. I absolutely want to respect it. But I can't. It's just the way it is. I'm new to this. I know. All right, Men at Arms from Viper. We've got scouts here from TaToH. The game's finally picking up. And Viper's actually sending a spearman forward, too. TaToH's going to be stuck on this wood line until he can mass enough scouts. He's going to have to use a villager to repair. So that's some decent pressure from Viper. But he can't really go anywhere after this. And TaToH's going to have the scouts here. So Viper wants an archer follow-up. Gonna have to send Spearman along with it. He's actually going for an eagle. Jordan, why would you go for an eagle here? Can you tell me? Is it just because you have the res and you want some military? Why would you go for an eagle here? He's going scouts, so he probably won't have skirms. Yes, it's just because you have the res and you want some military? Yeah. Long swords will eat those eagles. Thank you, Trance. That's why we have Trance here. You heard it here first, folks. Bloodlines right away for TaToH. Wow. See how much food is available on this map. That third boar and the extra berries give you so much access to food. And Viper's actually going to find a villager pick here. Pretty avoidable, I think, if you're TaToH, but at least he's going to clear up the main army. Bloodlines is in now. It's only one villager kill, and the KD is now 5-1. Viper was always planning, I think, on losing this military. I don't know if he's going to consider that an effective trade. He did take off a lot of HP from the scouts, though. The scouts are like 1/2 HP, and he did kill a villager, so maybe it's worth it. And it gave him time to fully wall, so it's probably definitely worth it. Would you please do a cast of Doubt Valessa with Jordan? Well, I don't think Jordan's streaming anymore. What time is it? It's 2:30 here, so Jordan's probably getting into his pajamas, getting ready to go to bed, right? Got the jams on, Jordan? Obviously brushing his teeth right now. That's like an hour-long process for him, dude. Those things are bright. Oh, there's always a hole. Oh my god, I thought it was walled. Viper probably thought it was walled too. Oh my god, he saw the Palisade Foundation. But look at this stack. They're just overlapping on each other. And Viper is going to lose that eagle that he created. He's going to manage to kill some scouts. But remember, these scouts have bloodlines. And TaToH is getting the armor now. And Viper only has archers to defend this. He's got to go for some extra spearmen or bring his spearmen back. Where are the spearmen? There's one right here. But he's cleverly managed to wall to the TC. That's a good response from him. Meanwhile, at the back, Viper's trying to kill villagers. And... oh, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He could have got it with the eagle, but doesn't. So 1-1 on the Eco KD. TaToH now coming forward with a tower. And TaToH continues to engage here. He's going to kill another villager from Viper. He's going to take out this archer. Take out the spearman with the villagers. And he's going to try and keep this hole open. He wants this hole open. Cancels that tower. It's not aggressive enough. Great pressure here from TaToH. All in the back of a hole in the wall. Oh! 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 Viper manages to wall the scouts in, but he's going to lose a villager there. And he traps the scouts. There's more scouts where that came from, though, so I don't even know if that's worth it. Viper is just in desperation defense mode here. He's trying to build up archers. He's adding some more spearmen. TaToH's still pushing him with villagers. If he ever gets back here, cuts off the gold from Viper. Omega Giga Brain from Viper. He's going for the walls here because he knows the scouts are such a risk. He's trying to take the best possible engagement he can. He's trying to make a little cubby for his archers here to hide, but the scouts are still ripping through the villagers and the archers. TaToH, with the armor, with bloodlines, is going to be able to do so much damage to Viper. He's already done it. And as long as he escapes with the Vills, he should be happy. But Viper is sitting there with the Spearman, dude. The amount of skill and adaptation on display here from both these players is insane. And now TaToH is going to lose the villagers. And now the Eco Kitty is 7-4. That was an insane sequence. Eco Kitty is now 7-5. Absolutely insane sequence there for both players. The tower goes down and Viper is fully walled on this side. And honestly, I don't know who came out ahead there. Viper is going into the more sustainable composition. TaToH lost his forward villagers. He also had the idle time from those vills. He's going to lose another one. And TaToH was trying to come forward with another tower. And he's going to shift villagers over here. But Viper has a big archer mass now. TaToH only with 6 scouts. I think Viper is leading here. That was so... I don't even know what to say about that. That whole last like 4 minutes was crazy. TaToH now going for a tower in the middle. Going for another tower over here. It's fully walled though, and Viper can always wall behind this too. Repairing this wall, and Viper's coming out with archers. Remember, Viper hit TaToH earlier, and TaToH's base is not fully walled. Viper now goes for a tower over here. That's his first defensive tower of the game. So he knows TaToH's going to be pushing in here again. And TaToH will probably lose 2 villagers against this. Let's take a look. Does he have Town Watch? He does. So he can see this happening. Maybe 1 villager only. Yep. Only 1 vill. Maybe 2. No. Viper's going to sit here and deny the farms from TaToH. Viper is building up towards the next stage. TaToH is still trying to push with towers. And I think Viper is just in a much better position now. Crazy as that is to say. Much better position. Idle TC time. Now kind of switch from that first game after the crazy pressure. 1 minute for Viper. 14 seconds for TaToH. He needed to add skirms like 5 minutes ago. Really? TaToH can't go for the tower forward if he's adding skirms. And if he just goes skirms and doesn't go for the tower forward, Viper's already up to Castle Age. I don't know if skirms is the play. And he's still going to be able to win this. He's got fully upgraded feudal scouts. He can just straight up win, even against all those spearmen. Going for a castle now. Takes out the spearmen. Be able to take out the archers too. Viper's going to need some great micro. Maybe if Viper finds himself a nice little choke point to sit in, he can survive with these. But right now I think he's just looking for as much value as he can get. Yeah. So TaToH clears that up, but look at his eco. He's got a lot of farms, so if he stalls out production, might be able to get up to Castle Age, and he's going to be able to hold Viper into his base with these scouts and with the towers, which he has 4 of now. He's completely surrounding him with towers. Wow. But it's all about getting up to Castle Age at a competitive time now for TaToH. Look at this little cute base over here from Viper too. Still building up archers. The towers will prevent the crossbows from coming out this way. The scouts will notify TaToH if the crossbows are escaping this way. He's also going to have outposts there, so he's going to know exactly what Viper is up to here. And I think Viper, in response to this, might just want to go for a more boomy approach. Problem here for him is he's not going to have access to stone. As you can see, TaToH cutting him off over here. He's going to have 1 on stone only. Where is that? Where's that 1 on stone for Viper? I'm blind. Top? Of course it is. Thank you, Belgium. Of course it. What the fuck is she doing here, dude? What is she doing up there? That's a king stoner if I've ever seen one. She's getting stoned behind the shed. Castle Age now on the way for TaToH. Viper can't really repair this without getting sniped down for the towers, so he's going to have to hope the TC's up in time, and I think it will be. The house will go down, but it won't be fast enough. Still, TaToH's bought himself enough time to get to Castle Age. Still surrounding Viper, and he can set up his forward buildings here safely because of the towers. He's also going to have an incredible amount of vision on what Viper is doing, and I love this gate here from Viper. You have the TC up to defend, but you have to build the gate, my dude. Oh my god. This is why you want... this is why I love the... Once again, my ISP, playing games of my heart. Viper loses 2 more vills because he didn't get the gate up. Can Huns make steppies? They cannot. And look at this. Viper is somehow here with crossbows. He managed to sneak out. Viper saving that. Oh my god, he saved both of those. That's disgusting. And he's laming the farms at the front. TaToH now going for light cav, going for that +2 armor, but I believe his scouts are pretty weak, right? Where are his scouts here? He's got those. Yeah. Only a couple of them are weak. Still, it's not going to be enough to pressure stone walls. And Viper even has a mangonel on this side. I mean, the defense from Viper is just incredible. TaToH has full vision on what he's doing. He's had the tower pushes coming in. He's had scouts surrounding him the entire game. And Viper is still pushing out. He still has a forward army over here. And he's still making villas behind. TaToH's got to be like, where is he getting stone for this stuff? Instant pikeman upgrade upon reaching Castle Age there for Viper as he gets a little snipe on the light cav. And TaToH's going to lose a lot of HP here on these light cav. They do have the +2 armor. Going to lose a lot of HP. And meanwhile over here, well, Viper losing a couple crossbows, but he's keeping those villagers inside the tower, and he's still mining stone over on this side. Army numbers, pretty low for TaToH now, but he's adding in knights, so he's adding in high value units, knights and mangonels. Viper buying wood. Going for another TC, maybe? Going for ballistics, maybe? Going for something? Another TC. Another TC up here. It's worth pointing out that this town center is on cracked terrain. It's on cracked terrain. So it will take extra damage. And he loses the mangonel. Not good from Viper. Maybe distracted over here. Definitely distracted over here. As TaToH comes in with the knights and the entire forward army is dead. KD, much better for TaToH here. Wow, look at that. 84 to 37 in favor of TaToH. KD is actually insane. And TaToH has kind of pushed himself back into a winning position. Still pressuring Viper. Forward army is completely gone. Viper massing up crossbows once again. Viper's going to be under threat with this TC. TaToH looking to get some good mangonel trades. Still has the light cav if he wants to dive. And still has the towers surrounding. Denying Viper off stone on this side. Let's see how much stone this villager has collected for Viper. 183. Big. This game and previous one were masterpiece by TaToH. Yep. Master defending here from Viper. The first game he struggled big time. But the defense against this tower push was insane. And he's switching now into Eagles. Is it Eagles or Pikemen? Probably, well, he's got gold supplies still. Not much, but he has some. Also some gold out here if he wants to take it. Probably Pikemen, right? Pikeman crossbow with mangonels. Let's see. Gold is an issue for sure. Can you show resources collected for both of them? I just did. Dude, Viper taking some risks here with the mangonels, and that mangonel is going to go down, and TaToH gets a big attack round against the crossbows from Viper. TaToH is still repairing this tower. Who knew? Hunnic Tower is really, really strong, apparently. And the knights dive in. TaToH trying to take this out. There's another mangonel behind them, and all the knights go down. Oh my god. The mangonel survives. That villager was repairing from Narnia there. More crossbows going down for Viper, though. This is a really awkward position for TaToH to push from. A really awkward position for Viper to defend from. Oh, if only Mangonel Delete were still a thing, he would have got both of those. Look at the amount of Mangonels queued here for Viper. He had 3 Mangonels queued there at one point. Takes a good 1 for 1 there. Or sorry, 1 for 2. No, 0 for 2. But the knights are in. The knights have gotten in. The knights have gotten in through the middle here. TaToH took care of that wall off, and Viper is now pushing out on this side. Viper's going for pikemen in defense. He does have double barracks here, but he's going to lose villagers. He's still ahead on vills right now, but TaToH is 3 TC behind this, so his economy is still looking pretty good. Villager is still calmly mining away on this side, and Viper is now pushing out over here. But he had the hill advantage, and he's taking care of this siege workshop. And TaToH's got to be careful because Viper's coming now, and he's not happy. He's angry. You haven't killed him. You've only pissed him off. The fight for the gate at the left side. I know, right? Dude, this villager has given Viper so many options. He could go for the extra TCs. He could go for the stone walls. He could go for the gates. All because he has that stupid villager over there. And now he's pushing out once again with the crossbows. Pikemen are following. Knights are coming in here. Does have the +2 armor. It looks like they had a little bit of a pause there as Viper buys food now. He's got 20 pikemen, though, so the Knights are going to start to fall off here when the pikeman number grows. Now Elite Skirm is being added from TaToH. He definitely hasn't spotted that mining camp. Yeah, he hasn't seen it. More vills going down from Viper. Eco KD 26-9, but Viper's still with the... Oh, no. Villager lead now for TaToH the first time in this game. As the watchtowers continue to find value. Killing the pikemen. Why doesn't this TaToH person just kill Viper's army? How? With what? Apparently he has been, though, because the KD is 121-61, so... Why doesn't he kill his army? Well, he has been. There's just always more. Eagle switch now coming. And Viper has opportunities to make barracks back here, too. Does it make sense for TaToH to switch to CA? I don't think so. What would CA get you here? Castle's coming. There's a Mangonel here. Castle's coming and Viper can't see this. There we go. Now he sees the castle foundation. Can he do anything about it? TaToH forward castled him in the first game. Viper can't really push out against these Elite Skirm with only pikeman crossbow. He's making the eagle switch now, but the castle will likely go up. Castle will 100% go up from TaToH. TaToH doesn't have enough res to go up to Imperial Age after the castle is finished, though. So he can't start an immediate deadly push on Viper, but he can get inside. And Viper is stalled off the... Oh, Viper gold situation. What is this gold situation looking like? It's dire. He needs to come out here. He's making the sneak attempt. Dude, Gilligan's... Logan's Run or Hogan's Run, whatever it's called. Just trying for an old reference on a show that I haven't even watched, but... The Great Escape happening back here. You know the show. Logan's Run or whatever it's called. I don't know. Hogan's Run? Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not that old. Uh-oh. Game over, potentially. TaToH sees that TC. Potentially game over. Villagers go down. TC denied. These vills are very weak, too. The monk is over there. Viper still has armies. Still making the eagle switch. And this tells TaToH that Viper needs gold. Desperately. TaToH has cut Viper off from this side. He's even stonewalled behind this, preventing Viper from going out to this gold. He's cut him off the middle. He's starving him of gold. My internet service provider, I hate them so much. I'm sorry. Dave keeps dropping. I can't watch TaToH vs Viper. I know, Hera. Dude, I'm on Rogers, and they're screwing me. Full Castle Age Eagles for Viper, and that's a lot of army.
I hate your ISP. I hate it so fucking much.
Yep. Full Eagles. All over. But it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. TaToH is cutting Viper off of gold. He has him surrounded. FBI open up. Rams are coming in. Pikemen coming to support. Where was Rohan? Where was Rohan? Or Gondor. Sorry, no. We know where Rohan was. They're in Edoras right now. They're in Helm's Deep. They're burning. They're trying to escape. The Westfold is gone. And Gondor just decided not to come. Gondor didn't respond. Where was Isengard when Mordor was burning? Well, they had a little bit of a schism, you know. Viper's at 142 pop. TaToH's at 177. And this is Huns right here. Just spamming Castle Age military. But there are Eagles all over the middle of the map. So it's hard for him to mass here. 22 Cav Archers from TaToH. And the Knights and Cav Archers are coming over. And this is a desperation castle from Viper. Absolute desperation castle. He's added in the elite skirm. He's got the Eagles. He's got the pikemen. Viper needs gold from somewhere. And he's coming. Oh, Lord, he coming. Double monk? Or is that only one monk? That's only one monk. So he can get one conversion on the Knights. But this doesn't look good. It's over. GG. TaToH takes that. What an incredible strategy there from TaToH. To come forward like this with the towers and to wall off this side and then play the gold. Play the gold. So he cut this off with towers. He continued putting towers around this gold so Viper couldn't access it. He walled this shit off so Viper couldn't come to this corner. And then he immediately started pressuring over here where Viper was taking gold. And then Viper runs out of gold here. TaToH comes up here because he knows Viper isn't over here. And TaToH is still controlling the middle with the towers. Incredible. Really, really good. He's got a chance. He's got a chance. Yo, Morky, Poips, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follows. I apologize about the internet issues. Occasionally, my internet will go down for like a second. It's literally only a second. So if it happens to you, just refresh. And it'll pop back up again. Sorry about that, guys. I literally have no other options with providers, so I can't switch to a different company. Yeah, I don't know what your name is, but thank you for the Prime. I appreciate it. If it happens, send a letter to your Congress member. Right. You don't even know what country I live in. I thought better of you, Tet. I thought better of you. It's a general joke, Jesus? Nope. It's not a general joke. It says major at best. You can't get Bell fiber? No, because Rogers has a monopoly in my area. So Rogers and Bell have agreed that they won't poach each other's area, so I can't get Bell. I can only get Rogers here. It's a scam. Okay. Viper playing as Aztecs. TaToH playing as Poles, and we have Mount Kailash here. Mount Kailash. And we got TaToH up 2-1, and now we're in... Oh, no. Now we're in a decider game. What about Starlink? I'm not sure if it's available here yet. TaToH as the Poles, Viper as the Aztecs, and we're in a decider game for TaToH. This is a problem. This is a problem. TaToH notoriously bad on deciders. Now Viper has gone for Aztecs here. Another Meso civilization. TaToH with the Poles, and usually we see cavalry civs here with mobility. Poles have that. Aztecs don't really have that, but they get their mobility through the Eagles. And they can also, if they go for a strong monk push, they can start generating relics from the middle here. Can I explain the relic gimmick in the middle? Yep. There's a trade workshop. You can get monastery text there. You can also generate relics. It's a low cost of 100 gold, and it generates a relic after 2 minutes. But your opponent can steal it. It's not your relic garrison in here. You still have to take it back to a monastery. So Viper, if he gets relics, he'll generate gold 33% faster as a team bonus with Aztecs. So it could be good for him. Also has options early to go for like 4 men-at-arms or a drush on the fish that are here if TaToH decides to come and take those fish. I wonder if Lithuanians get relics quicker. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if that's hard-coded into monasteries. I don't know. Yo, Snippy, thank you for the gifted sub to internet providers. Thank you. And Hannibal's, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. I really appreciate it, bro. Okay, so Viper taking back the boar now. He's got both his boars back there. I wonder if he can even see that. He can't. Oh, no. Viper doesn't see that boar. He's looking for the fish. I mean, it's not the end of the world on this map if you don't see the second boar. It's not like Arabia where there's not many other food sources. You can go for the fish, which he's doing right now, and he's going to find... Okay, he's going to find it. He's going to find it. Yep. There we go. I know Hera's in the chat, but I have to say, if this was Hera in Viper's position... Well, I guess it would depend on the player, but he'd be like, oh, he lamed me, bro. He lamed me. He lamed me, bro. He lamed me. There's no way... There's no way he's in the... It's in the dark tile. I just got lamed. I'm lamed. 100%. I send it forward. You're laughing because you know it's true. I'm dead. Yeah, and then proceeds to win. Remember, guys, remember when he still had the 4... Era still had the 4 water buffalo alive as Gajaras on Golden Swamp, and they were like right outside of his line of sight, and he didn't go to scout that because he was so convinced he was lamed, and he still won the game. That's the thing. Still won the game. It's over now. Yeah. No, that's Daniel. No. Now you're getting Hera confused with Daniel, guys. It's over. It goes from he's completely dead to it's GG. It's too late. I lost a scout. All right. So TaToH has the full workout here on the fish, and they both come to the same side, which is actually unfortunate for TaToH, I think, because I think Viper is going to be the one that goes a little bit more aggressive. As you can see, oh my god, dude. They're waiting for him to wall. It's an ambush, bro. Don't do it. Dude, don't do it, villager. Bro, they're waiting for you in a dark alley with knives out and everything. You're going to get mugged, bro. Tiger wall. Yeah, if TaToH notices that, he can easily put a palisade there. But I mean, if he just sends a villager out to make sure he's walled, could be problematic. So Viper's going for 2 militia here. Gonna upgrade them to men-at-arms upon reaching feudal age. And the full wall off is coming from Viper. Does he... He doesn't assume this wood line goes to the edge. He's going to scout that for sure. It's a very, very big wall at the front. You can't wall to this stone terrain here. No fucking way he just assumed that was walled. He did send the villager out, but because these things were here, I think the villager went back, and he's going to be completely debated. He's going to be completely debated into thinking. So, because those were there, I think the villager went back. TaToH doesn't know those are here. As Viper gets in here, and he's going to be able to not kill the villager. He's going to be able to lose his eagle in that first engagement. TaToH will quick wall behind, but TaToH can't get these fish. So these 2 villagers are going to be effectively stuck until TaToH can free them, which is actually good for Viper. That's fine. That's 2 villagers idle time. He's going to be happy with that one. And he's quick walled in this villager here. The scout from TaToH was hunting for blood. And Viper likely gotten into a fight with a jaguar or snow leopard or whatever it was before. You know, he's going for an archer range. TaToH going for a tower to try and save those vills. Viper will see this. Man-at-Arms upgrade is going to come in, and likely this villager will die. I think this villager dies. Viper uses this to block, and he hits with the Man-at-Arms behind. Yep, easy. Easy? Easy? Yep, okay, good. TaToH. Do you guys think he saw that? Do you think he saw this? He's like, oh, hell no. Hell no. I am having nothing to do with these. He saw? Okay. What is that structure? Oh, it's a full work. So it's unique to the poles. And Viper is now coming forward with a tower. I don't mind this. Can deny him off the fish completely. It's basically a wasted tower investment over here from TaToH. A lot of idle time over on these fish. And Viper sends more men-at-arms to this side. And remember, these full works? TaToH wants to put farms around them. They're a big investment. They're 125 wood for them. He's going to have to make more at the back to make farms. So if he can't farm around these full works, he's actually kind of getting punished, especially if he's not collecting the shorefish anymore. He's going to go for more full works back here. Viper is just calmly taking his fish too, and he's going for another forward tower on this side likely. Or is he's sending the villagers forward to take down the tower, and he's going to use the archers to take out the villagers. Interesting. So this tower is just out of range of that tower, I believe. But it does enough to deny the fishing eco from TaToH. So that's a good tower from Viper, and he's going to wall it off. You never go full work.
Your mom groped me 2 Halloweens ago. Shut the fuck up or I'll take it to Twitter.
Word up.
Word up, startup guy. What's up, dude? Thanks for the 10 months. I love this. Stonewall them out. Just noped. And Viper's going to batter this tower down, and TaToH doesn't realize in time. Oh, no. TaToH's going to be in a really rough position here. Ungarrisons the villas. He can fight the archers. Well, actually a good engagement. I guess he can ungarrison the villas to fight the archers and pop them back in if he needs to. Pole villagers are also healing over time, which can help. Viper's going to lose 2 archers because of it, but he does deny this food income from TaToH. However, behind this, TaToH with a lot of food, and big up to the farms from poles. He got the full work down. He's going for the market, and he gets instant food upon completing these. Viper has control of all 4 of these little ponds with the shorefish in them, which is usually very important. But TaToH with the stone walls, with the full works, she's a decent amount of res. It's going to stall out here, though, I think. Because he'll need to build another full work. He can only fit 3 more farms around here. And he still has to keep producing villas, and he's only got 5 on food right now. Also getting all of his gold from stone mining. So I think Viper might be able to actually click up first, or it's going to be really close. What's in the middle of the map? Trade workshop that can create relics. I love the stone walls behind here from TaToH. He's like playing towards his win condition. I'm going to get up to Castle Age at a pretty good time. I'm going to start going into likely knights. Maybe get a castle down to get the privileges tech. Cheaper knights and spam to victory. Isn't TaToH just dead here? I don't think so. Right? Viper can't really kill him. He's got most of the map control, but remember, Viper has had a lot of villager idle time coming forward for this stuff. Could you kill the mountain monastery with attack rounds? I don't think so, no. I don't think these buildings get damaged. Any building that can change ownership, I don't think it gets damaged. TaToH no building? Oh. Oh, he's going up now. And Viper's up faster. Yes. Yes. Look for a way in, that's right. Okay, so Viper, when he sees TaToH hit Castle Age, You need to leave with these villagers here. Maybe these villagers you can delay a little bit. It's been nice having that food income. It's been great. It's been swell. It's been grand. But those villagers are going to be extremely exposed on this side. Unless you want to do some sort of forward push with them. Maybe in Viper's position, maybe you could go for... Could you go for forward monk push? Monk siege? Aztecs against Poles? Feels like if TaToH goes into light cav, that's kind of risky. Also, if he goes for a castle, but if you do forward monk siege, you push him off this gold here. His castle has to be further back. What's the cost of relics? 100. And he queues up. Oh my. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? It's Viper. Of course he queues up a relic right away. We've never seen that early of a relic on this map. Never. Players usually wait till the mid game when they have all their eco rolling, but TaToH, I mean, is sitting in a corner here. He's going for double TC. He's only producing a scout and a knight. And Viper immediately leaves from here and goes for a TC on the gold. His third TC. How much does the relic cost? 100. I feel like I've been asked this question so many times that by this point, I don't believe that you're genuinely asking the question. I feel like you're just slowly getting on my nerves. Don't answer the question anymore. I'm trying to be a good streamer, man. It's tough, I know. I'm trying to be very inclusive, you know, for everyone. How much relic? Pepperoni Nipples 69 XD. All right, dude. Come on. First time chatter with a name like that, and you're asking me how much a relic is? I'm not going to take you seriously. I'm sorry, Pepperoni Nipples 69 XD. I'm not... Sorry, dude. It's just not the time. Relic canceled by TaToH? Oh, no. He canceled it. So when you take control of it, you cancel... He's griefing, bro. He's griefing. Relic how much? Okay. Alright, so TaToH should have the castle soon. And once he gets the castle, you can get the unique tech. Slakta privileges, whatever it is. And that means cheaper knights. And is he going to grief another relic? Surely not, right? Keep the men-at-arms is going to be right here. He's going to be fine. And the eagle's tracking that scout. And there's double monk here from Viper. Keep them secret. Keep them safe. Okay, so now TaToH knows. He's going light cav, and now he knows that it's a risk to give Viper this control here. Can you see that? Can players see that? Okay, they can't see that.
Yes.
He knows... I don't have any upgrades in my monastery like Sanctity, etc. Yeah, you need to upgrade them on the middle. Monastery is pure to make monks. Oh, so you need to upgrade them on the middle. Ah, I didn't realize that. So on this map, your monasteries don't actually get techs. You need to do it on the middle. Apparently, Viper didn't realize that either. What the hell? That's actually crazy. That puts so much more importance on this. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome, by the way, players who are watching currently that still have games to play. For us all figuring that out as a team. You're welcome. Castle. Coming down here. Hera kicked W. Yeah. Hey, Hera might have known that, to be fair. He might have known that. But I don't know. I've watched this map so many times. I didn't know that. Viper didn't know it. He probably did. Players didn't read the map guide? Yeah, true. Okay, so Viper got his monk snipe. He's going to get this relic. He's bringing another relic back as we speak, and he's getting Sanctity Fervor. This kind of sucks, though, because now you're stalling out the relic production to get the techs. Oh, no. Well, if Sanctity comes in, yeah, he's going to tank an extra hit. Perfect timing on Sanctity there. Aztec Monk as well, so 50 HP. And the Pikeman managed to deal with the light cav, and now he's healing up the Monk behind. It's going to be tough for Jordan to... oh, he canceled the... Not Jordan, sorry, TaToH. Another GL player. He canceled the technologies by taking over the thing. This is brutal, dude. This is brutal. Viper has now had a relic canceled. Viper has had technologies canceled. That was Fervor coming in. We got Obuk now from TaToH, so he's not going into Knights. He's going into Obuk. And we've seen the Obuk versus Aztec matchup. Aztecs, if they can get Jaguars here, is really good. But that was on Arena. Obuk have a lot more room to run around here. Actually seems like an Aztec nerf. Yeah, it does. He's got to hold this to get all his technologies. He's got to hold this to get all the relics produced. And there's the privileges. So he actually is. He's going a few Obuk, and he's going into Cavalier now. Pure Age still not in for Viper. Eco, though, is looking... it's not even... It's looking worse for Viper, honestly. TaToH already has handcart. This is much better position here for TaToH, economically at least. I mean, Viper still has nominal map control. But he's very spread out now. And TaToH can punish that with the Cavalier. Viper has 2 relics total, and that's it. As he goes for Fervor. The coolest, second coolest sounding unit. Behind Jaguars. Listen to that. Working on the chain gang. And now crop rotation coming in from these full works. So his farms, when he puts them around the full works, oh baby. He's going to be printing food. Actually printing food. Third relic on the way for Viper here. Viper goes into many barracks. Viper goes into more stone walls on this side. Fervor is now in, finally, so his monks will be a little bit faster and have a little bit more HP. And the castle is now coming up from Viper, and I just wonder, what is Viper's composition here? It's game over, man? Well, I'm glad you wrote that in caps. So that we could confirm. Okay, how much food does he get from this farm? This filthy little farm. Okay, we'll never know. How much food does he get? Crop rotation, Polish farms, how much? If Viper is going Pikeman here, he's going to really need Garland Wars. No, not total food. The drop-off, guys. Come on. How do Jaguars do against Obuk? Really good. Really good. It's more cost-effective to just make a farm and delete it for TaToH now. Really? Wow. That bad, eh? Viper gets to Imperial Age. Viper is under all sorts of pressure. We got Cavalier running in. We've got Pikemen here in defense for Viper. Pikemen do not have as much bonus damage as Halberdiers against Cavalier. It's going to be tough. Cavaliers also have the mobility advantage over Pikemen. But TaToH taking a really bad fight here, and Viper actually clearing this up. So that's Viper's going to be really happy with that. TaToH should have never lost that many units. And now he's streaming in more Cavalier on this side. He's going for the Trebs over here. Viper is trying to hold this position. He wants to take this gold. He wants to hold this castle. He's going for conscription now. TaToH going for a second castle down here, and TaToH has a lot of Cavalier, and Viper is not going to be able to hold this position. Look at the gate walls, though, around the Treb. Oh, my God, dude. To be able to do that, it's one thing to do that when nothing is happening. It's another thing to be able to do that when you got Cavalier about to ram their way up your ass. That's right. And the Treb is still taking out the castle, and the pikemen are coming in. But Viper calls the GG, and TaToH! TaToH wins the set, and TaToH has booked his way to Red Bull Wallaloo 6 with some great strategies, some excellent execution, and he's overcome the decider game in the set here against the greatest of all time, Viper. Incredible performance here from TaToH. He's on the way to Heidelberg, confirmed. And Viper goes out. And I can't even say, like, Viper played badly. I think the trade workshop, not being able to get the monk techs really hurt him in this matchup. Not being able to get them really hurt him. Only being able to get them in the trade workshop, also getting denied off that a couple times, stalled out his momentum, but TaToH played towards his win condition. GG feels slightly early for a decider. It's over. As soon as you lose this, it's over. So you lose all the villagers over here. You lose all the army over here. You lose access to that gold. And suddenly you're fighting Cavalier with pikemen. Yikes. It's done. Yeah, matchup is only going to get worse for Aztecs. You're right. Poles beating Aztecs is insane in and of itself on a relic-based map. I disagree. I think the relics is kind of a nerf here. The fact you can't get monk techs in your monasteries and you have to get them here. Like, if Viper knew that, I doubt he would pick Aztecs here again. That is such a nerf. Crazy. Great stuff from TaToH, though. Excellent performance. The previous game on Quebrada, really, really good punish from TaToH. I think he definitely... Viper didn't make many mistakes there at all. I think TaToH just read the strategy and punished him. The Khmer game on Ring of Reeds, Viper went for a stable, which was really bad for his opening. TaToH punished him. First game on Koala, Viper won pretty convincingly. And then this game, I mean, TaToH just got it so far ahead of Nico. We want winner interviews? Well, those were wrecks, so it's fine. I've recorded another winner, pre-recorded a winner interview. It's fine.